The person I interviewed for this project was Aaron Kovac. He is um, a senior here. I understand we weren't supposed to do students, but his story and the way that he's carried himself to being one of the best student leaders on campus, I think, is more than enough reason to continue with this. Um, Aaron is a senior graduating this year, electrical engineering major. He is super passionate about this career. His dad was an electrical engineer as well, and when he was 16, he lost his dad to cancer, and his mom was kind of all over the board as well, like being in his life. Um, Aaron is or was the scribe position, is what he told me, of a fraternity here on campus and the president of the fraternity, which obviously takes a great leader to hold those positions. And he has held several jobs on and around campus as well, being full manager at Oliverios and Apolani's. Um, he's also been leader of capstones, or his two capstones courses that he took, and a lot of other group projects as well. So if that says anything about who he is, Aaron is in Pi Lambda Phi fraternity, and his role as president, from a leadership standpoint, is to instill morals and like the idea of inclusivity and their philanthropy, the elimination of prejudice, as well as Special Olympics, to build like this second family at home for others that may not have found their niche of friends or a group on campus, and kind of be essentially an extra father figure with the rest of the organization, but also um, preaching like reasonable values. And obviously, the chapter has their own values as well. Aaron follows. He does believe in different leadership styles, but he follows one that I think is a little out of the ordinary, that we just really don't follow when we're having our own conversations. And that is, he just likes to listen. I know he was telling me he's been put in a lot of very interesting relationships, or like, sorry, situations, and relationships as well, with individuals where he's been the shot caller, and he said that listening is like the key to all of that, and what's kind of helped him become who he is. A leader to him is somebody that is able to face adversity, find a solution, remain calm in the most tense of situations, while also being able to delegate work and emotions properly with a group of individuals, or a person. He tries to wear the shoes of the person he's talking to, or like wear different lenses for other groups, and see where they're coming from, and see all aspects of the situation. And he likes to analyze it before he makes a move on anything, and really believes in accountability from the top. If the person that is your leader is not holding themselves accountable, or nobody's holding them accountable, then how are they going to lead you and be somebody to look to? Like I said before, he lost his father at 16 from cancer, and who was his idol, and the person that kind of roped him into how he, or his ideals, and how he leads today. Um, I asked him what his strengths and weaknesses were, because I feel like that's something that just isn't like looked on um, to good leaders. And he said that his strengths are a lot of time management, but yet understanding diverse backgrounds, and just that listening aspect. And his weaknesses would be, he thinks he's too nice and takes input from anybody and everybody, um, to see how like their views and such need to like come together in a sense. And that, as well as like work delegation or like conflict delegation, is not his strong suit. Um, Aaron, like I said, was in is in a fraternity here on campus, and I guess they did not have a house. And he said that his most successful and gratifying experience as a leader was being able to work with adults from their national headquarters and other high individuals in the overall national organization to secure the chapter's first ever house. After 2 or 3 years of ownership, I guess they didn't want to let them in, and he basically set his foot down and made sure that they were able to gain access to this place where they're able to, like, not necessarily hang out, but have like just a central meeting spot. Um, I also asked, like, what is the worst feeling, in a leadership career? Most people just say regret on a decision, but his was sort of the same. But his was the worst feeling would be to not like have the necessary information to help push a message across, to then make a decision, and then making the wrong decision based off of not having the information. The hardest decision making time would be when you are like faced with the lesser of two evils, and then you just kind of have to jump in and take a hold of it. But I think that's also what makes a good leader, is somebody that's just able to take charge. Um, and I asked Aaron if he had any sort of message for somebody who wants to be in his position, where you've already secured a job and your first professional job, and now you're the team lead for this job on an engineering firm, over dudes that have had 15, 20 years experience. And he said, having something to find clarity in for yourself, and change from like the leadership um, like mindset, and just being able to be one with yourself and make sure you have everything figured out on your end, then going in and leading others with that same mindset and everything I've talked about on here has kind of set him towards his success on where he is today. And essentially just taking care of yourself before you start taking care of others, but make sure that other people are also taken care of.